A sailor went to sea to see what he could see. All that he could see was a critter with a barrel of coral running around the layout. Let's get to it. Magazine Monday. Hey, everybody. December 97, September 97, October 96. Let's go. Boom. Build this HO railroad as a family project. Well, let's go. I've already reviewed this once on my Instagram, and now we're just going to get into it. A lot of really cool. I love the railway post office articles, or the article where people write in and they say, the article from Connecticut Traction Lines in the October issue was a treat for me. I grew up in North Branford, Connecticut, about 20 miles from the places that the author Les Lewis models. You read some of these letters. I miss these things where people would write in and talk about their experience. I really think model railroaders should do more of that. I know they do it online. They call it now, if you're online with an Instagram or whatnot, comments and whatnot. But get back into doing some of the publications. Pull pages. I know things cost money, but with the amount of dough that you generate from XYZ, get nostalgic. Get in there. And scale gas station. Happy motoring. Etho service. Look at that. That's rad. I know we got the glare from the light. There's the Magazine Monday. It's holding a John Deere F7A, F7B, bay window caboose. Got some BNSF stuff. That's from my boy Manolo. His layout. We disassembled it. We're building a new one. Zoink. Let's get to it. Look at this. Cambridge Crossing. Some of these just turn-of-the-century models. So cool. The nostalgia that exists around what used to be. I think it might be making a mild comeback in the model railroading world. Hence why you see a lot of guys doing ON30 stuff and HO scale stuff from turn of the century. This was one of my favorite advertisements. I will never forget this. The first time I saw it. Holy crap. Now, if you notice, they photoshopped a real M-Track engine, but being held by human hands, because they're like, our new Genesis model is going to be so amazing that it's going to look so real. It's really cool. Those AMD 103s were just something else. And they still are something else, and it's really cool to see them. Saw one of those this weekend when I was heading up to my show. One of my favorite units, GP35. Count the fans. GP35 or GP30. They had that same fan arrangement where it was the two big ones with a little one in between. So cool. Build the HO Scale Northwest Timber Company. I love that. And here's the family that's going to do it. Hi, let's all pose together. Really cool layout. I love the scene divider here. You have big pines giving you an edge, and you come around over here to the wood chip or whatever it is facility. Really like that article. Really cool magazine. They give you the old skaboodle. And you could see it coming together quite nicely. Love the paint job on it. Nice deep forest green, also known as Hunt Club green, is what it looks like. But it's a very awkward and yet pleasing to the eye model. Very basic oval with some really good switching opportunities. Not a bad thing. And it's mobile, so train show stuff. And I just like how they break it all down and how you take a 4x8 sheet of plywood and you generate this. And then all of a sudden you got that. And that becomes this, becomes that, becomes this, becomes this. Beginning to end. Really cool stuff. Love it. Zutalo. What does that mean? No, you don't have to put a duck under your layout. Why would you put a duck under your layout? I don't know. Maybe it's good luck. It's good luck to have a duck under your layout. So if any of y'all want to put a duck under your layout, do it. Zoot. Zoot. Look at that. Old school 5-pack Maxi 3s with the BNs. Neat stuff. That Rutland's Addison branch. Really cool. Great photos. Love it all. Love this little switching unit right here. Little Alco. Look at the timber work right there. That is something else. Great little diagram of the layout. Continuing on. Love the tugboat. Love any seafaring mariner equipment. Good looking waterway right there. Covered bridge. Very East Coast. Very East Coast. Love it all. I cannot wait to go back to New Jersey and, visit my family out there. The in-laws. And I really want this next time out there to do some discovery. That's a really good looking layout. I love that track plan. Take a good look at that. Wow. Love it. Love it. I love these trackside photos. I miss that. I don't even know if the new model railroader has the trackside photos anymore. Everybody's posting on Instagram. They're like, we don't want to waste space on our magazine. Anything we print, we don't want it. Look at this. Who is this? Who is this? It ain't no Pullman, but it'll get you there. Knights of the Iron Road, Fails for the American Dream. I don't know what that is. What is that? Where is that? Look at this little critter. Ooh. I'm going to look at this. I want to look up who these guys are. Maybe they're still alive. God, those palm trees look amazing. Shit. I have to figure out how to do that. Freaking Cardibiano just did brought a bunch of palm trees down for the La Mesa Club. Eureka and Palisade. This is a great magazine. I'm already 7 minutes in, and I can't. Let's look at what's the last page. I just need to buy our stuff. Buy our stuff. Railroad Supply Company. Hobbyland. I can't. I really cannot. All these advertisements. I just really like the along the lines. It's one of the things I miss. The big picture. Yeah. Dang, man. Well, that is a big picture. I like this. I remember when Cato came out with these. Look at that. Nice little Dash 9. Let's keep on moving. And I really like that paint scheme with the Operation Lifesaver. Visit Northlands. I have. That place, I don't know how it looks now. When I visited there, it was just a hunk of junk. It's a bunch of trains going around circles. I respect it for what it is. If you have nothing to know, if you don't know shit about trains, and you just want to see a bunch of trains running around tracks in mountain areas, it's really cool. If you're a model railroader, like an actual modeler, the scenery looks like it was done in a day and semi-subpar, but I could dig. Let's see here. Ooh. Prototype drawings of the Dash 840C. Yes, please tell me. Love that 44-tonner. That's cool. All right, let's keep moving. This one is obviously the September of 97. Yeah, Northlands I wasn't very impressed. Let's keep going. N-scale Dash 9s. I remember when these came out. I thought it was the coolest thing. The first time I saw one was down at the N-scale club, and it was 3 Cato painted in war bonnet scheme. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about the 90s. We're talking about they hit a home run. If you saw these, you were just like, holy skid biscuits. And it just looked so cool. Buy our stuff. Buy our stuff. Encore. Look at that. N-scale proto. I don't know how those ran. I never tried, but this is a really cool one. Love this. It's a nice little, if you look, that's the Cato NW2. Stop saying Cato. It's Cato. K-A-T-O. Maybe it's Cato, but I'm going to say Cato. Love this. I actually remember there was a club member that ran one of these. Now I don't remember what his freaking name is, but I just love how Atherton used to do they would Photoshop real pictures with the models. And it would just, I don't know. Your brain would explode. This is a special edition. Look at that. That is GP50. It's got the Q fans on top. Count the fans. One in the middle. You got your trucks. So that's a GP50. And this is SD40-2 X Mopac. See, there's no dynamic brakes. So you just have the 3 fans on the back. Pretty cool. Ooh, Northlands. I mean, that looks really rad. It's very awe-inspiring. When you go there, it's so big, and the depth of the scenes, and like, obviously, there would never be a bridge that looks like this in the real world. And so, as somebody who just wants to go see a giant train display, Northlands is rad. To a model railroader, you're just like, oh, come on, give me an effing break. I mean, look at this canyon. You got 20 different tracks up the top. And yet, it was really cool to see this because this is an actual point of view. You walk over the top of this and you see these trains just winding through the canyon. And it's a really neat thing. And then at the same time, you're just like, okay, I think I've had enough. But yeah, there are bridges that, look at that. So nuts to see trains like that just kind of traversing these very large areas. So yeah, it's the dichotomy of like, what do I want to see? What do I want? You know, you got this giant faux city here. I mean, it's very intriguing. But yeah, my lady, she grew up in a town right about there. And then if you look where Northlands is, it's right about there. So it's like about a 30-minute drive. Yeah, she actually, boom, there's Trenton. She's in Hillsborough right about there. That's where she grew up. Allentown, PA. If you ever get a chance, go to New Hope. It's really cool. This is really rad. Look at that. That is some rad water work. Look, you got the roping on the tug, tires over the side. How to model a saltwater port. Well, you do it effing carefully, bro. So neat. So neat. This is one hell of a diorama. That is just so cool. Even this giant cruise ship in the background. Wow. There it is again. There it is again. Love this. I mean, it looks like acrylic paint topped by some very shiny, I don't even know what that would be. Lacquer. Probably just hit it with some spray lacquer now. I mean, back then, paint on lacquer, but that's a great looking scene. All right, let's keep mobilizing. God, that's rad. Look at that. I mean, photo finished. Picture perfect woodwork there. Very intriguing. And then, yeah, I'm going to build something. Yay! Let's see what the along the line is. I love the trees. How to make realistic trees. Very carefully. In layers. I actually have that kit. I have it buried over here somewhere. Got it over at Reed's. But this is rad. I love this. This thin wire work that they did. And you can see the leafing. That is something, it definitely is a skill. Like doing any type of foliage is a skill. And it's something that I'd like to work on a lot more. All right. Ooh, computerized block control. Yay for us. All right. Authentic results. Keep going. Rust, grease, dust, and beast. Airbrush. Buy it. Buy the airbrush. Buy the Aztec airbrush. Buy it. Oh, I love student fair. Oh, I missed that. That's right. Student fair. Duh. We got to get back to that. This is a really cool one. I'm going to look at that. Dakota Railways. That's really neat stuff. It is late. It is 2 in the morning, and it is late. Happy Magazine Monday. Passing times. Along the line, how could you... Look at that. It's like such a great picture that inspires you to model better. Like, how can I be a better model railroader? I can't even speak right now. It's too late. Last one. We're not going to spend too much time on this. Explore the HO scale Raton division. Driven over Raton Pass plenty of times, touring around the country. And I tell you what, it is one hell of a pass. It really is cool. Look at all this stuff. Many new products to introduce at the National Train Show. I love them all. Really cool. Look at these couplers. What are those? Are those real? No. Horn hook couplers. Bus depot. Stuff containers. Look at this. Are you kidding right now? Old New York Central Electric Loco. Oh, what a different time. Oh, look. There you go, Zeke. You just broke my diner. That's the diner you broke. That's the diner you broke. Right there. Hope you like it. He did. Dicking around in my frickin' garage and just decides to lean up against something and breaks my diner. WTF, mate. I love Zeke. Look at that. Ooh. That's probably that N scale. N scale SD7. Yeah, there it is. Look. Boom. Bop. Boom. Lifelike. Look at all this neat stuff. Molten. It's molten. Watch the movie Chef. You'll know what I'm talking about. You have to cook it perfectly. It's a ganache. Or ganache or whatever he says. The black or the chocolate black molten lava cake. Look at that. Gotta love the old school Santa Fe water towers right there. Got myself one of them. Nice shirt, bro. Nice shirt. All right, I think we're going to win here. Take a look at that. DCC, back when it's in its early infantile stages. Look at that little critter right there. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see what the along the line is. Cato, buy our stuff. Buy stuff, buy stuff, buy stuff. More stuff, buy stuff. Love it. Front row in center. It's September of 1950, and northern New England is enjoying one of those glorious Indian summers. An empty flat car coupled to the rear of New England, Berkshire, and Western RS1 number 480 in Chester, Vermont, provides a perfect spot to watch trains. The star of our show, RS3 number 473, holding up traffic on Main Street as it makes its way from Catawba to Troy in New York. This show can't last forever since the local has to continue its work. And supper time is fast approaching for our rail fan. But for now, he can enjoy the sun and cool mountain air from the best seat in the house. That's what it says. Screenshot that and read it. Read it as I could. I kind of semi-Christopher Walken that. And he can enjoy the sun and the cool mountain air and the best seat in the house. Just remember, your most important signal is going to be your next one. Enjoy the Magazine Monday. Hope you liked it. Boom, 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 skriddle, boom, boom. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be well. Rock and roll.